Donald Trump suggested that Londoners want Sharia law. Is that true?
I would say that is not true.
No, absolutely not.
I mean, a racist would say that about any multicultural city in the world, to be honest.
Donald Trump says a lot of ridiculous things.
I don't really care what he says.
I don't really think we should be following America's kind of like attitudes, and fortunately it looks like a lot of here is going like that way with Farage.
I think Donald Trump needs to keep with the US. They've got enough extremists and problems over there.
What would London's message be to Donald Trump?
Off.
Donald Trump suggested that Londoners want Sharia law. Is that true?
I would say that is not true. For most of the people that I know, and absolutely not. And I teach quite a lot of young people, and they certainly wouldn't think that at all.
I have no idea where that's come from. As far as I know, that is not true in any way. But I think Donald Trump says a lot of ridiculous things.
What do you think about London?
I love it. I was born here. I think it's the greatest city in the world, right? Yeah.
Did you see Donald Trump's comments about London yesterday to the UN?
No, I try not to give him any of my time or my clicks because I think he's sort of, he just says things to be provocative. I don't really care what he says.
He suggested that London was under or wanted to be under Sharia law. What do you make of that?
Well, I mean, a racist would say that about any multicultural city in the world, to be honest, so I'm not surprised.
He said that Sadiq Khan was a terrible mayor. Is that something you agree with?
No, I don't. Sadiq Khan used to be my local MP. I've never seen, when I lived in Tooting many years ago, I've never seen people queuing to vote the way people queued to vote for him. I actually like what he's done. As someone who's grown up in London as the child of an immigrant, I am absolutely proud to see someone from that sort of background as well, being our mayor. And I think he understands the city more than someone who didn't grow up here and hasn't had that experience. So I agree with what he's done. I like his stand for climate change. I like his stand for diversity. I think we have more representation of different cultures and their celebrations than we've ever had before in London now. And I think he's good. I mean, he's not perfect, but nobody is. And he's certainly a better politician than Donald Trump.
I don't know if you saw, but Donald Trump had a few choice comments to make about London yesterday. Did you see that?
Yes, I'm not a fan of Mr. Trump. Don't agree with it at all. And I don't really think we should be following America's kind of like attitudes. And fortunately, it looks like a lot of here is going like that way with Farage. So not a fan. Let's just say that.
And he said that Londoners want Sharia law. Is that true?
No, absolutely not. I think it's just him kind of like stirring up a base, and kind of, he's obviously got Farage in his ear, and he's very anti-Sadiq Khan. So it's not true at all. London's really multicultural. It's a good hub. Don't agree at all.
Why do you think he does always have this tendency to go after Sadiq Khan? Because it's not the first time he's done it.
Basically because Sadiq's progressive. He's obviously speaking up about kind of Palestine, and he knows that deep down a lot of Londoners here really protest Trump, and they're not on board with his policies and like America First policies. And unfortunately, there is a bit of kind of a following here since the kind of the hotels and the migrants. But I think Londoners kind of see through it, and the majority don't agree with what Trump has to say.
Donald Trump yesterday made some comments about London. He said that they want Sharia law. Is that something that you see here?
I think Donald Trump needs to keep with the US. They've got enough extremists and problems over there. I think Sadiq Khan has done a very good job, particularly during COVID and Grenfell Tower, and Donald Trump was nowhere around when that was going on. So, and his advice on those problems were not really very sensible. So I would rather support Sadiq Khan, and I think he's got a very difficult job to do, but he really works hard. So good luck.
He also said that Sadiq Khan was a terrible mayor. Why do you think Donald Trump is going after Sadiq Khan in London?
I have no idea why, but my guess would be that Donald Trump is a bit racist. And that's what I would say. I would think that those two opinions about Sharia law and the mayor are linked, is what I would suspect. Yeah.
Again, I kind of don't believe in anything Trump says, and I saw Sadiq Khan put out a message kind of before or during Trump's visit to the UK, kind of saying like London is a diverse city and we stand together and we're united and we're, you know, kind of all of the stuff that Trump doesn't like. So that's obviously, that was Trump's retaliation to those comments, and I think Sadiq Khan is a good mayor, and I agree with it. You know, London is a diverse city and we're stronger for that. And Donald Trump's stuff is pretty crazy, and I don't like the world that he's trying to build.
What do you think people like Donald Trump should know about London?
Something, anything, really. I think I think he should. I think he should realise that England's a very different place to America, and that, or his view of America rather, and that I think we have as America does. I mean, I just think people in London are a lot more tolerant than he thinks people are. But I also think that America is a lot more religious than we are, than people in England are and people in London are. And so I think it's less easy to appeal to that sort of fundamentalism here than it is there.
What do you think motivates someone like Trump to go after Sadiq Khan or London the way he has?
Well, I think first of all, like, it's racism. But I also think that there's, you know, people like to punch down, and that can be like a perception thing if they see someone as being less than them. But you know what, I think a lot of the time he just wants to say provocative things. He wants to make people angry, he wants to stir up comments online. Most far-right politicians, you know, even going back to like 100 years ago, they make a lot of use of propaganda, they make a lot of use of the media machine. It's just what they do. He just wants clicks.
And finally, I mean, as a Londoner, what would be your message to Trump and his thoughts on British politics?
Back off, and nobody cares, and I think bring the big orange baby back.
What would London's message be to Donald Trump?
Fuck off.